Okay, we'll open up the floor for questions for Kennedy Todd-Williams and KK Deans.
Kennedy, kind of the theme after Sunday's game was she felt that y'all just didn't compete. Is that kind of how y'all viewed it when looking back on that game?
Yeah, I mean, just doing the little things to push us over to the win. If you look at, we out-rebounded them, had less turnovers in them. They shot the ball really well. And so some of those things, like, it's neck and neck. Obviously, it came down to, some of the possessions that that were crucial for us. And so just, just being tough on that in that aspect, and coming up with those plays, getting that rebound, or just contesting the shots and stuff, was something that I think was very crucial in the game. And so, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. It was a fight from, we had that big run, but they came back and they fought back, and the whole quarter, every quarter was a fight. And, it just came down to a few possessions that we didn't get to stop when we needed to stop. And, their three-point percentage was higher than their free throw percentage, so they shot the ball really well. So, again, it came down to hitting a stop. We made up the points, but we didn't get enough stops to win the game. So, on a competitive, we have to dig down and get a stop and feed off each other and know that. And so that's what we're going to do moving forward.
I think about Alabama, but also UConn, USC, every great team that's on the schedule, you guys have been in these games close, beating these teams at times. I guess what's the level of frustration versus encouragement that comes with being competitive against these teams and winning for large portions of the game?
Yeah, we know we belong. We know that those games were set up, and we know those games were meant for us to be in. You get what I'm saying? So it's not a surprise that we're in the game, but the surprise is really that we're losing the game, because we know we're capable of winning those games. So just doing the little things and not learning them outside of it in the moment when it's happening, and applying the things that we've learned is the next step. And so just figuring out and knowing who needs to say what, when we need to do in those times of adversity is the next step for us, because we're going to be in a lot more games. This is the SEC. Every night is like that. We have a big game coming up, and we have big games following that. So this is not the last time we're going to be in a fight, but we have to learn and do those things to come out on top.
Y'all are known for defense, and that's just what a Coach O team is. When you're having that defense within a team like Alabama who just gets hot from three, how do y'all counteract that, or is it just the shots go in despite y'all's defensive efforts?
They're great players. They shot the ball exceptionally well, but we didn't do the things that we know we're capable of doing. I don't know. There's not a real reason. It's not that we didn't. There was a game plan for us to follow, and we didn't do that to the best of our abilities, and they made us pay for it. So people are going to hit shots, but again, it comes down to getting a stop. Of course, and we got stops in that game. So those possessions we got stops, and against the possessions we didn't get stops, is the difference. So it's just a thing that we got to dig down and do it. So, yeah.
How are you feeling, kind of being able to play a little bit longer than you were able to last year? How are you through these first 4 games of SEC play?
Good to be back, in the SEC. It's the best league. And, every day is a fight. Like I said, you don't know whoever is supposed to be at the bottom of the league could get you at any time if you caught slipping. So we just got to know that from 1 to 15, and as seniors and as leaders, as people who's been through it, we have to be that voice and be that leader for them to follow, and I don't think we've been doing a good job of that, and I take accountability myself. Moving forward, we're going to shift that and be better as individual players and then as a team. Yeah.
Physically, how are you feeling?
Oh, I feel good. it'd be tough. But but like again, we have a great staff, and I get treatment, and but I'm feeling good. My body's feeling good.
On that though, when y'all were freshmen, how much more did it mean to hear kind of KK's message coming from another player other than, you know, not a coach?
It felt. I've always had good leaders. I felt like I've always had a good senior that had a good head on my shoulders to explain and tell me what it was, and tell you what it was out of love. No matter if it sounded good, if it matter if it hurt your feelings, but I knew it was rooted in love. So it made me want to play hard for them, made me want to do what I was supposed to do for them, and just be the best player I can be. And I think it's been very important. And I don't think we've been the best. And I think we can be better. And I think we will be better. But that just starts today. It starts and be consistent. That's the biggest point, is being consistent voice for them and consistent leader for them. And we'll go in the right direction.
Thank you guys.
Thank y'all.
Appreciate it.